Hello, everybody. We have a very interesting thing here. Um, don't worry about too much where I'm at, and how I got here, but worry about what I have here. Uh, this is 1994 Volkswagen Beetle. If you guys don't know that yet by the look of it, very interesting piece of machinery that was made, I think, from like 56, 57 until 2004 in certain countries. Yeah, so this one is 1994. This bumper that I was just sitting on, it's still attached to the car. It's moving a little bit, but I think it's gonna really resist impact if it has to. So, lights, they broke not because somebody was sitting on them, not because somebody was hitting on them, but because here where this car is, there's a lot of heat, and they just dry, crack, break, and a lot of other things dry, crack, and break from the heat. Sometimes rubber, sometimes paint. This is not original paint, by the way. This paint right here was applied, I don't know, 20 years ago, something like that, maybe a little bit less. This car was originally a taxi. I found out that recently. If you come look at the windows or the glass, you see these logos. Volkswagen, Audi, original glass. It's made in Mexico. All of this is because this car was made in Mexico or Mexican market. Let's take a look around this car. It's pretty interesting. It's not perfect condition. I would say it's more like original condition. It's rust, it's scratches, mirrors, glass, tires, of course, were replaced. All of these imperfections. That's how people use these cars every day until today. Damages to bumpers and all these other things. Bubbles on the paint. This is all a common thing for cars here because these are not classics for them. It's classics for us. This is transportation. Get from point A to point B. This is what it's for. However, some people, like myself, like to have a transportation like this, looking a little bit better. That's why we go about restoring them. You see, this is all original metal. It also has rust on it. Yes, even in, some people say, oh, I don't want the car from the south when they buy a used car. They say they don't want to buy the car from the north because of rust and salt and everything else. Well, the car is from the south. It can be, there's more south than here, but, what do you need more south for? For this not to happen? It will happen in any south. There's a lot of other things that happen to vehicles that cause them to rust. See, even original bolts or not original bolts, brackets, everything tend to rust. Everything, every car, they rust, they rot. A lot of other things happen to them. But this is normal. Look at these holes. Original mirror is missing. Everything's fine with this car. It is what it is.
lot of cars like this in all different conditions. Built, not original. They look pretty cool though. Like this, that don't look pretty cool and different condition. I don't even think it has the engine in there. A lot of these cars all over the place. Look at this, wild pigs running around in the backyard. These are wild pigs.
When I say things happen to cars, this is one thing that happens with the car. Let me show you how it opens up. You get to the passenger side and you reach for the door handle on the inside and you open the door, swing it right open. Let me get back to that other side and show you these holes. It was somebody's experiment of a sound system. I don't know where did it start and where did it end or pause or whatever, but the holes are here. This is like what, a side step. Yeah, it's rusting off and it's about to fall off. But for a 1994 car where no metal work was done, it's good. And remember, it was only painted over because of the taxi. Previously, taxi paint. This seat right here, it's rocking back and forth. See, here's another thing. Nobody knows what's the real odometer reading. I don't even know if this odometer works, to be honest with you. That's how old this car is, and that's how much it's being used. So this seat, it's probably seen better days. I'm pretty sure it's been seen. It had seen better days. As far as interior, well, I'm pretty sure this is original. This cover is original. However, not 100%, but it looks like it. Look how you fold the seat. Fold the seat like that, you get in the back. Don't look at the seat right now because currently the battery is out and it contains in that corner right there under the seat. There's a bracket issue and yada 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 yada. Yeah, to get in the back from the passenger side. Yes, by the way, they use two-door cars for taxis in some countries. You basically just put this seat forward like this and you climb through. That's it. There is a lock, however, to lock this in place so that if the driver stops short, people wouldn't fly into this passenger front seat with the passenger still in it. However, like I said, things tend to break, and nothing got fixed on this side. This is the instrument cluster. It's in kilometers per hour, and it shows about 6,006 kilometers on the odometer. Yeah, see, look, it should go up to 160 kilometers an hour, which is like, what, 100 miles an hour, I think? I don't know if this car will ever make it that fast. It's a stick shift. I think it's a 4-speed manual transmission. No power steering. No radio. I don't know if there's ever been one. And of course the shifter is right here, nothing is covering it. I don't know, what is this? Maybe a parking brake? I have no clue. And look at all these pedals. For those who wants to know how to open up the hood, which is the trunk, you open up the glove box. There's a lever right here. Push it down. Then you go to the front. So you go to the front, and there's a handle. in the front, and you push on this, and you open it, and there you go. There's a gas tank here. There's supposed to be, I think, a spare, like a donut or something here, and there's a whole mess right there. There's a reason why there's a whole mess right there. You see there's like relays hanging, there's a bunch of relays missing, wires all over the place. Horn was rewired for whatever reason. It's not only an old car, but it's also a little bit abused. It was also abused by so-called mechanics. I think it was abused. Some people think it's a resolution to their car issues. Let's go to the trunk, which is the hood, and I'll show you what is going on here. This would be a little bit more interesting. What is this? This is supposed to be a light for the license plate. Who needs it? This belt right here looks a little cracked, but it looks cracked. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be like that. I've never seen a belt like this. It's cracked on the sides, but not on the inside. Then at the same time, it doesn't look like it's dry rotted. This right here. So when I was looking at it, I said, this looks new, but then there's a couple of other things about this whole engine that it looks a little bit weird. Like there's a plug right here hanging. It's not plugged in, and these things right here welded. I don't exactly know what it is. Maybe some kind of it used to be like EGR valve or something in here. I have no clue. But so I asked the owner. By the way, the owner of this car is a woman. So I asked her, like, what's going on here? And she said, oh, well, you know, we had this replaced by a mechanic. It used to be a fuel injection, and we put a carburetor in here. And I said, why? Oh, mechanic said that is better. I don't know why mechanic thinks it's better. Maybe he just didn't know how to repair simple things in fuel injection system. And he probably knew what to do with the carburetor. I hope, you know, he still knows now what to do with this carburetor. So yeah, there's, you know, a lot of interesting solutions here. Yeah, we're gonna try to start it later. Let's go to the passenger side. Somebody repair this. I don't know why, but this door works, the other one doesn't. I don't know what the problem is. The car is parked not exactly in the garage, if you haven't noticed, and not exactly outside, but it is kind of like in the house type of thing. So let's get over here and I'll show you what's going on under the back seat. So here is the seat. Under the seat we have, let's see, the seat comes up. You just lift it up. Okay, over here. One thing. Over there, another thing. Okay, so the battery is supposed to go here. Oh, by the way, notice the floor. Still one piece. However, I did look underneath and it looked like somebody had repaired it in the past, but I don't see anything here. So here's an old plug from the computer, I guess. A couple of other things. So yeah, it looked like they really took everything out of here. Shifter. This is another like compartment or something. Storage compartment. I think you can flip this. Yeah, I think you can flip this down. Alright, let's check the oil level. Oh wow. And how do I do that? Just refill it with oil. This looks like German car fill plug, and it's kind of crooked too. No, it's not here. I think here. The oil. Yuck, it's dirty. I see a leak underneath, oil leak, so I'm not sure if there's any oil in here. Wow, looks like there's a lot of oil in here. I don't get it. Yeah, it looks like it's overfilled with oil. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take this box out because I'm gonna try to start this thing. Oh my god. I have noticed a couple of things about this car. And to find out that it was the previous mechanic's flaw. Anyway, you have to take this off. There you go. There's a whole piece. Alright, carburetor. So I noticed a couple of things. These terminals right here, they were not tight. They were pretty loose. So see, it's hard for me to understand these things when I'm not there. So when I'm not there when they're doing these jobs. So I'm just gonna try to tighten it up because they told me that after the mechanic swapped the carburetor in, the car would not go too far, it would stall, and it wouldn't start. They would have to push start the car. So you know, you people, whoever do jobs like this, don't have patience or don't understand what you're doing. Please don't do it. Some people rely on these things, cars. This is transportation, as I said before. It's not somebody's toy. Maybe it was a toy for you. Now, these hoses right here, they start cracking up. These are fuel hoses. One, another one. You see there's a crack. Cracks all over the place here. They're gonna burst eventually. I don't like this fuel cap for the oil. It's kind of deformed, as if they took it from another car. Yeah, so anyway, I'm waiting right now for the battery, and I'm waiting. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about this oil right here, because it's way too much of it in this engine. As if they didn't drain the oil, but filled it up and said that they have changed it. So, yeah, there are people like that do things like that. I had to get a new battery because people here, mechanics and whatever, they don't know how to charge the batteries. Another thing is positive, negative. I don't know. I don't like the way these terminals are. Ay. So anyway. Oh boy. All right. Okay. Alright, I need to get some tools right now. Stop. No, these terminals. And I don't have my tools here. That's something I also don't like. Okay, you can stop. I know, it's kind of weird. I just put battery terminals on, and it didn't even spark. Kind of weird. But at the same time, I wouldn't get surprised if something else got messed up here. Like, I don't know, some other wires. Or maybe the ground wire is not good. I don't know. Let's go get keys and see what's gonna happen. Keys. Doesn't look like plastic. Okay, where's the ignition lock here? Oh, it's on this side. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of keys here. And not all of them get into ignition. Now let's see. How does it work or not work? I mean, so the owner showed me how to turn it on, so there's something to it. Okay, let's go. You know, some people do like these starting fluid and stuff like that. One of my older friends, he showed me a trick with carbureted cars. So, where is this? I don't know. Okay, we'll check this out later. Anyway, you pour just a little tiny bit here. Okay. Now let's try to start it. Alright, make sure the car is in neutral. I don't know how to make sure in this car, but I'll just hold the clutch just in case. In case, you know, the car wants to go that way. Ha! Okay. We got something going on. Let's see. Let's try again. Whew. Let's add some more gasoline into the carburetor. Okay. Whew. Too much smoke. I shut it off on purpose. There's another thing. We might need to add some gasoline into the gas tank just in case the gasoline is too old and now it's not gasoline. This is a funnel. Yeah, that's the only this thing is good for is funnels. Nothing else. Alright. Okay, now I need to get gasoline. Huh? Here it is. Yeah, why bother? It's still gonna get recycled anyway, or not. From my experience, cars that are being sitting for too long. Oh my god, it's leaking. They even if you put a decent amount of gas in there into the gas tank, these old cars, still enough for the car to start. All right, put some gas in here. Let's take this funnel out. I assume that back in the days, this was a very essential thing because, well, let's face it, it's not that easy. It's not that difficult to pump gasoline out of this car. There's a straight pipe into the gas tank. Okay, lock it or not lock it, I don't even know. Whatever. Yeah, the gas tank is in the front, so the filler tube is in the front as well. Alright, so let's go back there. You have to jiggle the key a little bit in the ignition lock. That's its age. Again.
This thing is loud. I can barely hear myself. Loud! They told me it's gonna get quieter. Yeah, I know. Not that much of a difference.
Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can get this thing to move. Let's see. I don't think the brakes are too good. I don't even know where reverse is. I know it's moving. Not in the right direction though. Let me go find out. So, in order to put it in reverse, you have to push it to the floor and down, I think. Yeah, but the brakes are getting stuck. Yeah, brakes are getting stuck. So this car is gonna need some brake job, and I thought we're gonna go for a ride. Well, I guess that's it for my little trip with this car. It's probably gonna be in the better hands when I'm gone anyway.